God. I'll sell it if I have to, but for now, I'll keep it. This leads up. Right? Yeah. What are you doing here? There was this guy who studied planetary life here. Couldn't take things the way they were, so he went to Midgard to form Avalanche. Want to hear more? Go on. Guess you could say this is where Avalanche was born. I always wanted to come here, and I finally made it. Michael Jackson's This Is It. A lot happened. Howdy, Pablo. I'm well enough. How are you? And then, I don't know what's going to happen now that there is no Avalanche. Alder Hargo. I don't have to deal with that shit now, do I? God. Came in there. I'll be back. Mystify, was that? Mystify. I don't think I've played Tintu. Papa Pump, this is my grandfather, Eugen. He's incredible, he knows everything. I hear that you looked after Nanaki a bit. Nanaki's still a child, you see. Please stop, grandfather, I'm 48. Nanaki's tribe has incredible longevity. So you see, his 48 years would only be equivalent to, say, that of a 15 or 16-year-old in human reckoning. 15 or 16 is quiet and very deep. Thought he was an adult. Grandfather, I want to be an adult. I want to grow up and be able to protect you in the village. No, Nanaki, you can't stand on your own yet. To do that now would destroy you in the long run. Reaching up into the heavens, threatening to snatch the very stars from the great city of Midgar. You've seen it, haven't you? Well, that's a bad example. Looking up too much makes you lose perspective. Get off that table. That is rude. That will not be necessary. Killer. I don't really have an interest into. I have seen it played. I don't think I ever played it myself. That's right, it is Confuse. I don't think I've ever used. I think I might have used Berserk once, but I don't think I've ever used Confuse and had it work. When it's time for this planet to die, you'll understand that you know absolutely nothing, Jon Snow. When the planet dies, maybe tomorrow or 100 years from now, but it's not long off. How do you know this? I hear the cries of the planet. What's that? The sounds of the stars in the heavens. While this goes on, planets are born and die. What's that? That was a scream from this planet. Didn't you hear it? As if to say, I hurt, I suffer. I haven't bought juice boxes since the incident. They have come here on a journey to save the planet. Why don't you show them your apparatus? That sounds questionable at best. To save the planet. But then again, I guess it wouldn't hurt to show them. I might buy Gushers. No, I will refrain. I will stop myself. Several odd-looking people have come. The whole place has gotten busy all of a sudden. He brought friends, too. I'll go get them. I never played 6. Or Tactics. I don't think I ever played Tactics. Tactics was PS1, right? There was Tactics Advance as well. I don't think I ever played Tactics. I think my brother, I think he borrowed it from someone, but we never owned it, so I never got to play it. He's by Lolly's. I'm going to let that joke sit. Just sit in the air so you know what you've done. I don't even remember where to get Alexander. Where do you get Alexander? Let me think. I know you get Titanic on Gaga. Phoenix in Fort Condor. One of the Bahamut's in Temple of the Ancients. God, where do you get Alexander? Have a good night, Slinky. Yeah, I was thinking, it's an Alexander Disc 2. Great Glacier. There's also Leviathan that's down there with that annoying thing in the that annoying little mini boss. Forgot about that. The day is going well enough. All right. Holy flame that protects this canyon. Dogs are fine, at least as far as I know. They do not live with me. Get out of it, sir. Do I have to use the PHS? I'd like to ascend these stairs. Fair enough, Musashi. Have a good night. I kinda want her to be there. I've played a few, well, not a few, I've played Jet Grind Radio before. But I would only really have access to Dreamcast games that are on Steam that have been ported. I could probably emulate. I don't think there's anything on Dreamcast that really interests me, though. Nothing that I've already played. Old cat lady furniture, is that a thing? So I'm bringing her. That's guaranteed. Who else am I bringing? I forgot about Power Stone, but that's also... that was on Xbox as well. Was this a good idea? Wait, do I even do that now? Do I deal with the, I'm trying to remember whether or not I get roped into a combat situation now or later. I don't remember if I come back here to do the whole Seto thing, or if that happens soon. My stomach is angry. If I'm playing tomorrow, Raven, feel free to join through the community. I was asking, when does the whole Seto thing happen? Is it now or later? Because if it's later, I'll bring Fisto here. Fair enough, Schadenfront. Have a good night. Alright, so I'll have time to switch is what I'm getting at. I believe I'll have time to switch. I'm fairly certain I'll have time to switch. Like 6.543 certain. Okay. God, I hate that stupid thing. I get stuck on it every time. Oh, god damn it. Then I picked my party. Okay. Just making sure. Might as well. Not giving you that. You have this. What do you have? A star pendant? Whatever. It's fine. Wait, what? Forgot I could even come up here. Looks like you have them all together. Let's begin. Howdy, screaming. So pretty. Just like the real thing. Yes, pretty good. This is my laboratory. All the workings of space are entered into this 3D holographic system. A shooting star. The final frontier. How wonderful. Yes, it is something, isn't it? Well, let's get to the subject. Eventually, all humans die. What happens to them after they die? The body decomposes and returns to the planet. That much everyone knows. What about their consciousness, their hearts and souls? The soul, too, returns to the planet. And not only those of humans, but everything on this planet. In fact, all living things in the universe are the same. The spirits that return to the planet merge with one another and roam the planet. They roam, converge, and divide, becoming a swell called the life stream. Life stream, in other words, a path of energy of these souls roaming the planet. Spirit energy is a word that you should never forget. That's 2 words. A new life. Children are blessed with spirit energy and are brought into the world. Then the time comes when they die and once again return to the planet. Of course, there are exceptions, but this is the way of the world. What kind of exceptions? That's never mentioned. I've digressed, but you'll understand better if you watch this. It's a YouTube video. It's something terrible like "What does the fox say?" or something. Spirit energy are just living things, but spirit energy makes it possible for planets to be planets. What happens if that spirit energy were to disappear? These are the basics of the study of planet life. If the spirit energy is lost, our planet is destroyed. Spirit energy is efficient because it exists within nature. When spirit energy is forcefully extracted and manufactured, it can't accomplish its true purpose. We're talking about Mako energy, right? Every day, Mako reactors suck up spirit energy, diminishing it. Spirit energy gets compressed in the reactors and processed into Mako energy. All living things are being used up and thrown away. In other words, Mako energy will only destroy the planet. Form of the story of the planets and those who lived with them. You want to know more, then you must listen to the words of the elders. Nanaki, his father, a coward. So that's it. Nanaki's been thinking that all this time. I always forget Deep Space Nine exists. I think I've seen the least of Deep Space Nine. I've seen more of Enterprise than Deep Space Nine. How can I Philly cheesesteak? Get away from there. Oh, great. I know. came to ask me something, right? It's about the Promised Land. Promised Land. So you want to know? There is no one place called the Promised Land. That's what I believe. No, it does exist. You can say that too. In other words, it doesn't exist for us, but it did for the ancients. The Promised Land is the resting place of the ancients. The life of the ancients is one of continuous journey. The journey to grow trees and plants, produce animals, and to raise Mako energy. Their harsh journeys continued throughout their lives. The place they returned to after their long journey, their burial land, is the Promised Land. And supreme happiness. I believe that for the ancients it was the moment that they were able to return to their planet. At that moment they were released from their fate and gained their supreme happiness. At least that's what I believe. I don't really know whether or not it's the truth now. By the way, those that came with you are all at the Cosmo Candle. Are you leaving? That was weird. I think I'll use her and Vincent when the time comes. What a boring place, just like I thought. I want to go somewhere. Let's go find some materia. Wonder how many years it's been. Gosh, it brings back memories. Oops. Pop a pump. Bonfires are funny, aren't they? They make you remember all sorts of things. No, Papa Pump, 5 years ago. Am I going to stream Fallout 4? Maybe. I don't know yet. It's nothing. No, forget it. I'm afraid to ask. What is it? Feels like you're going far away. You really are you, right? I learned a lot. The elders taught me many things. About the Cetra and the Promised Land. I'm alone. I'm all alone now. But we're here for you, right? I know, but I'm the only Cetra. Does that mean we can't help? Who'd I give the fire thing to? Who has my fire ring? I think she has my fire ring. She does. Cosmo Canyon. This is where Avalanche was born. I promised my guys someday, when we saved the planet from the Shinra, that we'd all come to Cosmo Canyon and celebrate. Biggs, Wags, Jesse. Now they're all gone, died for the planet. Really, to save the planet.